briefly, I want to speak to you from the subject of back to the future. Touch your neighbor, say neighbor. Come on, wake up. Touch your neighbor, say neighbor. Tell them I'm going back to the future. Going back to the future. Everything you see happen in your life is only because you saw it happen in your life. Say that again. Everything you see happen in your life is only because you saw it happen in your life. You will never view anything beyond your vision because your vision will always determine what you see. Dr. Miles Monroe said, vision is the capacity to see things as they could be. And could it be that your next victory will become clear with your next vision? A vision grants you the power to see what God sees for your life. Vision for us has the power to unlock the future. Eleanor Roosevelt said, the future belongs to those who believe. And it becomes a problem because there are some of us, we have lost the importance of the future. But today, God is calling us back to the future. The future that you had when your teacher asked you what you wanted to be when you grow up. Y'all remember that moment? Yes. The future that you had when you actually dared to dream. Who were you going to be before life and other people told you no? Who were you going to be before you made that mistake? Who were you going to be before people made you feel stupid for dreaming? And God is calling us into this place for us to know what the future holds. And we have to go back to the original intended purpose for which God created us. And oftentimes we get so grown, we get so adult-like that we feel like it's crazy for us to dream, that it's crazy for us to think that we can actually be more than what we are. I come to tell you today that you are not called to work a full-time job to sit at somebody else's desk to make somebody else's money, and when you die, nobody else remembers your name. You are called to be more, you are called to be different, and when you know that God has called you for more, you will act like there is something more in store for your future. So future vision gives you the lens to see why God created you. Future tells you that it's going to be better than what it is right now. And oftentimes we run into unnecessary roadblocks because we don't know the power that vision holds in our lives. How many of us would get on an airplane with a blind pilot? You would, Jay? Oh, you would. Okay. How many of us would get on an airplane and we walked into the cockpit and we saw everybody and they had a blindfold on? And that's how we operate sometimes when we allow people to have control of our destiny and they did not hear what God said about our lives. How often do we allow other people to tell us what we're going to be? How often do we allow people to tell, no, child, you can't do that. We've always done it like this. And so you allow blind people to take you on a journey and they don't even know where they're going. And so God is calling us to take the blindfolds off of our eyes and to go back to the future. Where is God calling you to be 10 years from now? Who has God called you to be? So when we look at our text, we find Habakkuk. Habakkuk is a minor prophet. The only reason why he's minor is because his book is so short that he only has 3 chapters. Take time to read Habakkuk. It's only 3 chapters and it'll bless your life. Out of 12 minor prophets, he is number 8. He is considered to be a minor prophet with a major vision. God has given him a vision in a volatile situation. God speaks to him while he's frustrated and he can't seem to find the answers that he's been looking for. How many times have you been frustrated with God? I didn't say frustrated with you. I didn't say frustrated with yourself. How many times have we been frustrated with God? Habakkuk finds himself in a situation where he is frustrated with God. He sees the calamity that's happening all over his land. and he wants to do something about it. Habakkuk sees that Judah, that praise is under attack by the enemy, and something inside of him wants to do something about it. How many times has your praise been under attack? Even in the worship experience earlier, I felt myself getting angry because of the camera. And I felt my praise, and I had to come and do something about it because I felt my praise being under attack. And so when Habakkuk sees that praise is under attack, he goes to see God about a vision to make it better. Could it be that God has already given you the answer and is locked inside of your vision? God will only give you vision when there is a problem. And so every time that there's a problem, we should stop asking God for solutions. We should start asking God for a vision. Because when we look at our text, God does not answer Habakkuk with a complete answer. He answers Habakkuk and he says, here's the vision. And could it be that the things in our lives that have come to bother us, that we think come to destroy us, are all indications that God wants to enlarge our vision? Anyone who does not think in the future will be left in the past. God is calling us to take our mindset out of the present, put it in the future. Question becomes, what has to happen for the future to come? First thing that has to happen is discovery. Somebody shout discovery. Discovery. The future will not be defined until it's discovered. And oftentimes we've been waiting on God to define some things. We want answers, don't we? We don't want to go nowhere with our answers. Listen, I'm Methodist. I want to see it. Give me step-by-step instructions. And if you don't give me step-by-step instructions, I don't want to go and I don't want to do it. When I pull up Siri, I go to the other side where she has all the step-by-step directions. I want to know where I'm going, what I'm doing. Come on, don't look at me like that. Some of y'all ain't like that too. And so God is saying, I'm not going to give you the future like that. I want you to discover it. I want you to stumble. They ain't got the witnesses here. I want you to do some things I want you to fail at. I want you to pray. And I want you to pray. I want you to pray, and I'm not going to answer. And I want you to pray, and I want you to get up, and I want you to fall. And I want you to discover it's not over there. It's not over there. It's not over there. It's not, oh wait, it's right here. And so oftentimes, especially us millennials, we want things handed to us. We want things on a silver platter. We want to say, hey, God, just give it to me right now. And God says, I want you to discover it. I want you to put down Facebook. Okay? I want you to put down social media. I want you to put down your phone. And I want you to discover it. The Bible says in this particular passage, it says, and then God answered. God answered, which means God had to be answering a question presented to him in the first place. And oftentimes, God won't answer us because we don't ask questions. We want God to do this and we want God to do that. And God says, you ain't even asked me for it first. Because we're so inundated with what we think is important. And we have so much busy schedules. We're running from here to there. And God is saying, when will you take the time to just ask me? I'll give it to you if you ask me. Ask and it shall be given. I feel like I'm in church. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door shall be open. It is when you discover the future that you can really have it. God will not reveal the future until you're ready to receive the future. Which means we have to get into a posture that says, I'm ready to receive what God has for us. To discover the future, your past cannot have control of the telescope. How crazy does it look for us to look for the future with past methods? And oftentimes we find the future and the past comes us out of the future. The past tells us, no, you did it that way before. No, you can't love like that again because they're going to hurt you. Remember what happened in the past. And so on your road to discovery, you have got to put away in the box the past. Because the past will always try to kill your future because it wants to stay the man. Habakkuk had to be listening to discover the voice of God. I'm going to teach this thing. He had to be in a quiet time and a quiet place of prayer and meditation. How often do we shut everything off? I know we're in a device world. How often? Tammy told me something yesterday on Facebook yesterday. I was doing something and she was just like, shut it off. And I saw that as a sign from God. Shut it off. I want to speak to you. How often do we ask for direction and do we want something from God? And God is saying, I'm trying to talk to you. Baby daddy is on the phone. Facebook is on your phone. I got all this stuff through text message. I got all this stuff cluttering in my mind. And God is saying, I want to talk to you, to give you step-by-step instructions. But you got so much that you're doing. I'm going to leave that alone because I ain't got no kind of, I couldn't even buy an amen today. Amen. I couldn't even buy a laugh. Praise the Lord. But in order for us to have the future, we must first discover the future. Second way to have the future, we got to desire the future. Somebody shout desire. Desire. There is something about the future that makes me want it and crave it more than what I do right now in the present. There's something that the future calls and beckons me to that gives me a desire to want to go there. I have to be reminded every day it won't always be like this. God gives Habakkuk the vision, and he says the vision is a witness pointing to what's coming, and it aches, and it can hardly wait. And I came to tell you today that I have desire because there is something greater coming, far greater than what it is right now. Vision is a witness to the future, which means it's already been there. And so I can trust my vision because it's already seen the future. And so I can already know that it's going to get better, that I cannot die right now, because even though I see a valley of the shadow of death, that the future tells me that there's a table that he has already, I don't want to have church, that he already has a table prepared for me in the presence of my enemies. So the enemies that I see in the valley pale into comparison of the enemies that sit at my table. So the vision, the future gives me hope. Gives me a desire that it won't always be like this. Maybe y'all got everything together, but the future gives me a hope that I won't always be struggling like this. The future gives me hope that it will all come together. Romans 8:18 says, for I reckon that the suffering of this present time, y'all don't want to have to go to church with me, is not worthy to be compared to the glory in the future that shall be revealed. And I came by to tell somebody in this church that it does not matter where you are right now, that God has something in the future that you have not seen, that you have not heard, that it has not entered into the hearts of men, that he is about to do something. So I can hold on through the rough times, I can hold on through the trying times, because weeping may endure for a night, but joy is going to come when in the future. It's coming in the morning, and I can get glad because the future is on the way. And I may not see it right now, but I got a desire that it's coming. I know that God is about to do something major in my life. I have desire because I know that all things work together for the good of this, so y'all ain't getting happy, of them who love the Lord and who are called according to his purpose. I can shout and get happy because I know that it will not be like this. Grandmama said that trouble don't last. Always, I got a feeling, I feel like preaching, that everything is going to be all right. So somebody desire because the vision points to the future. And the future says, you may be crying right now, but in the future, joy. And to tie it in, Paul says that joy, when the joy comes, is going to be better than the suffering of this present time. And so I am so excited about the future. And I have so much desire because God has given me so much vision of what's pointing to what's coming, that I can overcome what I have to go through today. There are some of us, we're going to leave out of this place. We're going to go into situations that seem desperate. I come to tell you, if you hold on, if you keep the faith, God has a future in store for you. I run around this church. God has a future in store for your life that if you just hold on in there, you can say, if it had not been for the Lord, who was on my side, where would I be? That the future is so much better than my present. Finally, in order for the future to come, you got to have a delay. Somebody shout delay. Delay. I wanted y'all to get y'all shouting out then because this is a hard point. God told Habakkuk, if it seems slow in coming, here's the cuss word of the day, wait. He says, if it seems slow, don't quit it. Don't cuss me out. Don't do your own thing. Wait. For they, y'all slow it down. That wait, whoo, it feels good. On the Lord, I'm going to do it till y'all feel it. Shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not grow. They shall walk. There will always be a dissonance between what God shows and what God sees. Dissonance. Somebody say dissonance. Play an A flat and an A. It don't feel good, does it? That's what's called dissonance. And a lot of times, play it again, we live right here in this world where there's a dissonance, thank you, and there's a delay from what God said and what we see. We're almost there. Have you ever heard a singer who was almost on the note? And there was a certain level of dissonance that was almost on the note. You ain't got to say it was me. But anyway, it was almost on the note. And God is saying, I have you there to create something. It's called a delay. And I want us to sit in it because God wants us to understand that delay is not punishment. It's preparation. That if God gave you the future right now, the present you would screw it up. And so what would happen is God has to create a delay. God has to make you uncomfortable. God has to put you in a situation that you don't seem favorable to make you fight it out. If a butterfly right now is in a cocoon and he's struggling to get out and I take a knife and cut it open, it would die because it did not have struggle. And God is saying that you're waiting for people to cut you out of your cocoon. And I said, no, you got to stay there and fight for it. Because it's in the fight that you can make it out. It's in the fight that I can trust you with the future. It's in the fight that I can trust you to handle your finances. It's in the fight that I can turn things around. So God did not give you this delay for punishment. Gave it for preparation. Children of Israel went through 40 years of a delay. Not because God was going to punish them, but because God was preparing them. Book of Exodus said that had they went into battle right then, they would have gotten scared and ran away. But it took 40 years of wilderness to build up the army And God is saying in this place, I'm causing a delay in your future so that you can build up your army, so that you can build up your finances, so that you can go back to school and build up your mind, so that you can craft and formulate things, that you can have it and be stable and have a firm foundation. Delay drives discipline. Now, I know we don't want to hit discipline in this age, but the tension of the delay will make you get up and pray. Mm-hmm. When you don't know where the money's coming from, come on, church. It'll make you get up and pray. It'll make you worship. It'll make you come to church. It'll make you it'll make you. And so God is creating a delay so that you can get your mind right. How good are we in our discipline? The more time that God delays is the more God takes to design. Cheap material always takes less time. Come on, polyester saints. It always takes less time. God is saying, I would rather give you an expensive dream than a cheap nightmare. A lot of us, we've been waiting on these cheap nightmares, these get-rich-quick schemes, and we've been naming and claiming, blabbing and grabbing. And God is saying, if I gave it to you, that you'll lose it just as quickly as I gave it to you. I know we don't like hearing this type of word, but God is saying, I'm holding it back so that I can build your character. Woo. So that when you get it, you won't forget the person who gave it to you. But I got some gospel good news in this place today. That delay does not mean denial. I come to prophesy in this place that it shall come to pass. I say it again. It shall come to pass. One more time for the Holy Ghost. It shall come to pass. Philippians 1:6 says, being confident in this one thing, which is the future, that he that hath begun a good work in you, he shall perform it until the day of Jesus Christ. So I'll say it again. It shall come to pass. The thing that you've been praying for and the thing that you've been hoping for, God came to tell you in this place that it shall come to pass. That you've been crying and you've been praying and you've been walking the floor all night long. But God told me to tell you today that it shall come to pass. That when you go back to the future, that I've got something in store for you today. That it does not compare to what you're going through right now. And is there anybody in this cold church that will give God praise because the future has something that I want from it, that it shall come to pass? That I can praise God right now because I know that right now I'm suffering. Right now I'm crying. Right now I don't know where the money's coming from. Right now I have more bills than I have money. But I came to tell somebody that it shall come to pass. That I can praise God in the midst of it. Because even though the door is closed, I'll shout in the hallway. And is there anybody in this church who came to give God glory? Because the doors may be closed all around you. And you may be thinking that God has denied your blessing. But I came to tell you